Hey everybody, your old friend RAZMERE's here, and I've brought a special guest, KT-chan.
Hi.
With the lovely assistant.
Hello.
And we are going to review Disney and Pixar's Brave. Yes, KT, kick things off. What is this movie about?
Basically, the movie is about a girl named Merida. She's a Scottish princess and is taking place during 10th century Scotland. And basically, she's being told that she has to marry a suitor from one of the other clans.
Oh, typical Disney fashion.
She is able to find a witch in the woods.
A hilarious witch, by the way.
Who needs more airtime. And
we'll get on that later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And basically she gets to change her fate. And I'm not sure if I should say why.
It doesn't count as a spoiler if it's less than halfway through the movie. She turns her mother into...
Shut up! No!
Come on! Okay, forward. Spoiler warning, minor spoiler warning to a classic fairy tale.
Better.
Vague on her wish. Gets her mother transformed into a bear, and hilarity ensues.
Yes, I love it because, again, a spoiler, whatever. But her mom gets transformed to a bear, and her mom can't talk. Is just a bear, but she's trying to still act like a person.
Some great pantomiming bear animation coming out of it.
Yeah, it's really, I love it. I love that part of the where she's just she keeps trying to put her crown on, and it's kind of cute. And
I think my favorite part, just of the movie in general, this is the best looking Pixar movie, in my opinion. The story is fairly standard stuff. Anyone who's ever watched Jim Henson's The Storyteller isn't going to be blown away by the dramatic plot twists, which there really aren't that much. But again, best looking Pixar movie, in my opinion, because it's just so great to see all these Stonehenge locations, all these Will-o'-the-Wisp classic, the bears all look great, all the swords and the bows and arrows and the horses, and it all looks beautiful.
I just like how it has the Scottish legend and lore into it.
That's
I really
awesome.
love that because I really love legends and how they make it play into the story system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
That all being said, the movie isn't perfect. I feel it has a few flaws, namely that it substitutes when we should have characters for plot devices. Merida, she has these 3 little brothers who are triplets, and you think, oh, they'll have tons of witty things to say, because, in the trailer they're getting into all sorts of trouble. They have no lines of dialogue whatsoever, so they don't feel like characters. They feel like just plot devices to get from point A to point B. It's like, oh, we need to sneak here and do this.
That's exactly how I felt.
For me, I felt like, hey, it's the comic relief. They know everything. And then, oh my gosh, near the end, it's like, hey, they're there to help Merida get out of these situations.
They can't even talk.
I know!
No, she's having to make deals with them of, oh, if you help me, I'll give you my dessert for a week.
And they're just give
like,
us
really?
more.
Come on.
Not one line of witty dialogue. Come on, Pixar. I know you're good at it.
They're too young.
No, they're like 4 or 5.
If you're old enough to dig a secret tunnel through a Scottish castle, you're old enough for sentence structure and conversation.
Shouldn't come as a surprise. It is Scotland after all. You do see some Scottish butts.
Yeah.
You see flesh.
Male butt nudity.
That was odd.
I didn't expect to see that in a Pixar movie.
I was cringing.
Badass, as far as the eye can see.
Maybe like definitely a DreamWorks movie. They're more like humor for that. But we're like, what are we watching?
Disney, what are you doing?
It was kind of funny, but
It was.
I like what?
Because they all got kilts, and of course we can't have a kilt joke without a butt joke. I
Ah.
guess it must be some sort of law of physics.
I think along going with KT-chan's thing about authenticity, I think they were trying to go for that. They're like, they wear kilts,
A little bit.
nothing underneath it, and that's what
Okay.
surprises me. But I like it. But
Speaking of the kilts, let's talk about the men wearing the kilts. There are these 3 suitors that come to compete for Merida, the princess's hand, and again, they're not characters, they're plot devices. They have a few lines of witty dialogue and a few slapstick jokes, but they seemed so interesting when they walked up, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
what are you going to bring to the table? Nothing. They have nothing to do except be a MacGuffin. One of them's even named MacGuffin.
Was he?
Yes, one of them was named MacGuffin.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, well, you would have if they had developed the character into someone likable and relatable.
By the end, I was like, like they sort of had some lines for a second. I was like, yes, they have personalities, and then that's it.
It's like, okay.
yeah, it goes along with the thing of the little triplet brothers. It's like, okay, they're just here to help Merida. For the brothers, it was to help her like escape or help her out of
The
tough
castle.
situations. Yes.
Yeah.
For the suitors, it was like, okay, it's
Almost as bad.
Yes,
I
but
think they had even less to do with the plot in a way.
well, they had a way to do with the plot though. They were just there to prove Merida and her mother's point, and like
You
for
know,
the
Lovely,
argument.
you're right. They could have easily done the movie without the 3 suitors even showing up and just saying, you have to get married.
yeah.
And
And then
yeah.
it was okay.
They add nothing to the plot, which is a shame because they seem so cool when we first meet them, but they do nothing.
I
Except,
know.
towards the end, they do form an angry mob against... The movie does have a villain. Now, we're not going to spoil what it is with the villain,
Better not.
but the villain is hinted at having this huge backstory,
Yeah.
and they don't follow up on it.
We just get the gist and the blunt.
Blunt.
And then
There you go.
The villain's just like, I am a force of danger. I have no personality or motivation other than being dangerous. I know it seems like we're nitpicking the movie a lot, but we do it because we love it. We wanted this movie to be a little better,
Yeah.
and it really,
Yep.
it really is worth your time. It really is
Yes.
a truly great film. I want that on the record. RAZMERE thinks Brave is a good film. This is a mother-daughter bonding movie. I don't know.
Yep.
I don't care if that's a spoiler. That's what it is. And it is so refreshing to see a mother-daughter bonding movie that isn't on Lifetime Movie Network. No. This is a mother-daughter bonding movie with broadswords, ancient curses, monster bears, fantasy Scotland creatures, archery.
Not ashamed.
It is an extremely touching ending.
Oh, you cry at every movie ending. Final thoughts on the film. KT-chan, would you care to start us off?
Okay. Yes. I definitely recommend seeing this film. Even if you rented it, like it's good enough to see in cinema. But I'm just saying, just see it. Just see it even just once, just in your lifetime. It is so good, and I just love so many things about it. Like I said, it could have been better, but it was definitely worth seeing, and definitely worth seeing for the King, who is voiced by Bill Connolly.
Oh, yes. The King is hilarious in this movie.
Yes.
If they make a Pixar bonus short when they release Brave on home video, I hope it's centered around the King. He is amazing, and I love him. Lovely. Final thoughts.
I am in a similar mind like Kate. I love the movie. There's so much to think about. I can't help it. It has comedy. It has drama, which made me cry. But then it also has more comedy, and it does have a plot story. And my favorite part was the scenery. Yes, I do this.
Gorgeous movie.
The
Gorgeous
scenery,
movie,
yes. And the, oh my god, just the technology for the hair. Merida's hair. I don't know how to do it with all the curls, swinging and bouncing and flying in the wind. But they do. It's great. It's awesome. Oh, kudos to them, man. As for a rental, I actually think it'd be good to watch in theaters, you know?
Yeah. No, I was just
Watch it
saying,
in
just
theater.
like see it. That's all I was saying.
Ah.
See it before you grow old.
Yes.
My final thoughts. I heard a rumor, and I'm pretty sure it's true, that this movie switched directors halfway through the film.
Oh no.
And that's...
Yeah, actually it did, yeah.
It did? Okay, well, then it's fairly obvious, because there is a slight change of tone, and it does feel obvious that that's what happened. This movie could and should have been a lot better, but we still got a damn good Pixar movie out of it. So, I give it a full price. I like the movie. I certainly love it. Go check it out. Alright. So, I'm your old friend RAZMERE. This has been a RAZMERE review with special guest KT-chan and the always lovely assistant.
Hiya.
Till next time, everyone. Later.